Okay, just finished cleaning the grow tent, and I wanted to start a series of showing you how I grow food indoors year round. It's completely all cleared out, but I want to show you how I transform this into this in the wintertime when there's snow on the ground. We're going to call this part 1 of this series. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to show you how I made the different containers that I grow things into because I didn't have a lot of money. But before I get into a lot of this, I just kind of want to tell you about how I learned this. There's a YouTube channel out there. The man's name is Mike Van Duzy. I am not afraid to share other people's channels on my channel. If I can give credit where credit's due, I'm definitely going to brag up other people. This man is phenomenal. He has a belief in teaching everyone how to grow their own foods, even if it's just growing microgreens. But I took a lot of what he was teaching me and I kind of made it my own. He lives in Florida. I live in Kansas. I tried to do what he was doing, and it didn't work out so well for me with the different climate. And we get hurricane winds in Kansas now that we didn't used to get a few years ago. Don't know what's going on with the climate. But anyway, so everything here is a whole lot of what Mike Van Duzy taught me. But I did what he suggested and I made it fit myself. Go check out his channel. He is absolutely brilliant. So I took some of his ideas and suggestions and his trials and errors and mistakes and all of those things, and I kept practicing with them for myself. So, very first thing I want to work on is what do I use to grow my seeds in before I put them in those long grow trays? So let's get started. Mike taught me that you can use any to-go food tray. Well, I don't necessarily order to-go food. So I just purchased these at, I don't know if it's Dollar General or Walmart. I priced online the grow trays for microgreens, and they were just way too expensive. So I went with Mike's suggestion. So I just took a magic marker and made a grid pattern through here so I could kind of follow along with where I wanted to drill my holes. I found the smallest little drill bit that I could absolutely find. If you're starting from scratch and need to make a lot of your bottom trays, you can stack these as high as you want to. That way when you're drilling through them, you're drilling through them once and then you'll have a whole stack. I do not need to make a whole stack. So for this sake, I'm just going to do a couple. Okay, it's all drilled out. Let me walk up close to the camera so you can see. So for every tray that I have the holes drilled in, I make certain that I have a bottom tray and a top tray to grow in to get these started. So here's my other one, bottom tray and a top tray. We need the top tray when we first start planting. When we fill this up with our grow medium, sprinkle our seeds, water them, then we need to create as if they were under the soil in our garden outside. So we'll keep them dark until they start to sprout. So it takes 3 trays to make one. So with these trays that I make to start my seeds in, there's a couple of things that I could do. So here's my top one. This particular one, I just put leca in. We'll get into this a little bit later when I start talking about my buckets that I'm going to grow in. But this is one example. Tray with the holes, bottom tray. This will be my top tray. For the most part, the last several years, I have been using an expandable soil, an organic soil. I just take this block, put it in a swimming pool out in my garage, put some water in there, let it expand, and then I can fill up 3 tubs of this with the organic expandable soil. If I ever figure out my Amazon list, I'll have this listed below as well. Anyway, so here's some I had from last year. So what I've done with my other trays, I just add some of this soil to this tray, level it out. I'm going to water it, and I'm going to water down below because I'm trying to rehydrate this soil. So I'll just let that set for a few hours. So after soaking all of my trays in water to get the soil all nice and wet, you can see that I've got extra. I'm going to pour that off. Now, as far as the ones with the leca rocks or pebbles, yeah, there's some water still in here. That's okay. So these are the 10 that I have chosen. I'm going to do a couple in leca rocks so we can see how well they perform in comparison to the organic expandable soil. I've already chosen all of my seeds. I made little labels for which ones they are. So I'll just get started planting. I'll just scrape up this soil just a little bit on each one of them. I'll come back when I'm down to the last couple. Okay, I'm down to my last 2. So this will be bok choy. All of the rest of these, as I planted the seeds, I went ahead and just covered them up. So you can see a lot of these really, really small seeds, I do not try to grow in the leca rocks because they would just simply fall through all the way to the bottom. So on the bok choy, let's just sprinkle. I'll just cover them up. This soil is nice and moist, so I don't have to worry about watering it before I put it into the grow tent. So the last one. Now, this was also leca rocks, and that was some spinach. The seeds are a little bit larger. This will be cilantro. These leca rocks are good and moist. They'll help hold in the moisture. Here's an example of one that's a little dry. So before I put it in the grow tent, I'll just give it a little bit of water with the sprayer. Okay, let me move these into the grow tent. Okay, so I have all 10 of these moved into the grow tent, just using a cheap shelf. I never did buy one of those fancy grow shelves where they have the grow lights. So what I will do, let me get my step stool. The reason I brag on this grow tent is because a lot of these bars are movable. So wherever I set up my lights, I can move those as well. So I'm going to move this a little bit more center with my shelf. So now my lighting, my grow lighting, is a little bit more centered with my starter seeds. We'll check on the seeds from time to time. I'll show you how I water them. But let's go ahead and move into how I built my growing troughs. This process I'll call part 2 in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you're getting anything out of these videos, please like, share with other people, leave a comment. It only helps this information to get out to other people.